Greetings YouTube, this is a gameplay trailer for Battlefield 2042, and yeah, from what I already know about Battlefield 2042, I'm not that enthusiastic about it, what I've heard so far. I don't want to go through all the details like I did in my last video, but like 128 players, so 64 aside, which means that either everybody is going to be jam-packed into a single space, or and the rest of the level is just going to be bare. So you're going to have to be right in these particular places where everybody tends to congregate, or it's going to be really fucking boring. And then, of course, can you imagine 64 players talking at cross purposes over chat channels? I don't even wanna. And then, of course, I was hoping that they wouldn't give us as few as 8 maps. I was hoping that they might give us 12. They're going to give us 7. That's going to get boring really quickly. I don't care what the maps are like. I mean, they'd have to do something really radical with each map. And they're not even doing campaign or anything else like... Well, they don't do like zombies that Call of Duty does, and they've already confirmed they're not doing Battle Royale, thank Christ. Bloody chasing trends as usual. Big AAA companies. I don't know why well, I know why they do that, but it's still idiotic. Anyway, my point is that I'm not particularly enamoured of what I've heard of so far. And this gameplay trailer, I mean, it's all going to be very flashy and whatnot. I'm just going to see if I can spot some little details that might hint. I also want to know how the specialist system is going to work, because that's going to be different to the usual class system. Anyway, let's watch the trailer and see if I get any answers to them. Pre-alpha gameplay. So with the full player count, no idea who those players are. Primary weapon, secondary, 2 extras, a grenade. There we go. Squad members, map. I'm presuming those are the checkpoints. Looking like 60 frames a second, so that's a good thing. Oh, that's some sort of grapple gadget. That was set up. I'm pretty sure though that the grapple gadget was like gadget number 1 on the slots. Ooh, tank being airdropped. Ooh, there's at least... Did I just count 3 tanks there? Good. So it's obviously very chaotic. Some of this will be set up, obviously, but... Right. So when the weather comes, you're going to have to take cover. Ooh. I don't know what that is. Oh, can you switch out mods for your guns on the fly as well? That's what that looked like. I'll have to go back and have a look at that. Zipping between buildings. Was that helicopter firing its 2 guns in different directions? The wingsuit, we knew that was coming. I wouldn't recommend your wingsuit into a bloody storm. I really wouldn't. Ooh, it's dragging everything in towards it. Cool. Ooh, different level. Good. Oh, and a different one there. Big container ship. That's actually not a bad idea, is the container ship. Big rocket. Seriously, 1 missile into the side of that. Hell, a few bullets and the whole thing should just explode. Oh, God. Oh, right, 22nd of July. I thought to myself, 22nd of June? Shit, we just had 2 trailers, for Christ's sake. Slow down. Anyway, this trailer is for the Xbox version, but it's releasing across multiple platforms, obviously. Let me just... Oh, right, yeah, okay. Phew! I was just looking at that. I said Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S. Yeah. I was pretty sure they were releasing on current gen and next gen. Yeah, I'm still calling Xbox Series X and PS5 next gen. Because you can't fucking get one. I mean, I've got one, obviously, but other people, they can't. I really lucked out with getting that console. Anyway, so first thing it tells you. Pre-alpha gameplay. Now, I won't pretend to be an expert on video game development, but I think it starts off in Delta and then Beta, which is normally the stage where games like this give you a playable thing. That's what they say, that's what they mean when open beta. It means that the game's partly complete. Alpha is when it's quite advanced, and then it goes gold. And that's when the game is actually stamped onto the discs, or the program is finished up and it's ready to actually ship. Physically and digitally. So, pre-alpha gameplay, so that's fine, that's fine. This will have been built specifically for this trailer, I expect. That's how they normally do it. So, I'm about to sneeze. God damn it, isn't that so annoying? You think you're about to sneeze and you don't. Right, let's zip on past this bit. Right. So, graphics, frame rate, visuals, shadows, lighting, etc. Brilliant. Wasn't expecting anything else. So you've got all your usual details. I'm assuming that this is Conquest, or whatever they're calling Conquest these days, because they've got 5 checkpoints. They're all coloured, depending on who holds them. And they've got a basically a team count. I can't see the red number from here, but the blue number says 492. That's your respawns for your team members. Won't pretend to know what that gun is, although I think it does give its name there. Unfortunately, I'm no military expert, so I don't know which name I'm looking at. But down here, we've got a primary weapon, your backup weapon. You usually can't see all the details like this either. Something with 12 rounds on it, something with 5 rounds on it, and 2... Are they smoke grenades or flashbangs? I don't know. So I still, from this, can't see where the specialisms come in, unless these 2 are the specialisms. Because you're going to be able to pick whatever weapon setup you want. So I'm assuming that that 3rd slot here and that 4th slot here is the actual gadgets that is unique to each specialist. It's going to be really weird. I swear, everybody is just going to pick the best assault rifle, and everybody's just going to stick a rocket launcher on backup, unless the rocket launcher is one of those specialist gadgets, which I hope it is. Because otherwise everybody's going to be running around with a rocket launcher and a high-powered rifle. Anti-infantry, anti-tank capabilities. You don't want that in a single player. It'll throw the balance of the game off. Anyhow, so you've got all the usual gubbins that usually means nothing in this kind of game because it's not a flight simulator. You can't really use all these things to actually fly the helicopter. You just fly visually in this kind of thing. You got your health levels of each person on your squad. Good. Not quite sure why the minimap is all red. Is that because that's whose territory you're in? It might be, actually. That might be why. Internal view, external view. I don't know what that is up on top of the building. So we've got massive open areas and tight quarters inside the city. So I kind of like that. Gives you different things. Got a maze of streets to get lost in, as well as open spaces to move around in. More verticality. And this is where this grapple thing comes in. They shoot it at something and they grapple up to here. And you can see that the third slot along, that first gadget, is highlighted. Although interestingly, I think that the fourth slot is still the same one as before. It looks like it's... Get rid of all that shit. The icon looks the same and it still says 5. Same one as before. Yeah, it still looks the same as before. So I don't think these are the specialisms. So what are the specialisms then? Are they passive bonuses or something? I don't know. That's weird. So are you just going to be able to... Everyone's going to be able to equip a rocket launcher? I'm assuming one of those is a rocket launcher. Why wouldn't you take an RPG if you're going to get given one? Oh, I made a mistake when I said 3 tanks before. I think this is some sort of armoured jeep. These are tanks. These 2. Whoops. Tank. Yeah, 2 tanks. I'm kind of hoping that there's at least 1 or 2 levels with shitloads of vehicles. Because again, you want a vehicle, but I mean, it doesn't hurt to have infantry hanging around, but you also want the vehicle heavy maps. You want to be able to use a tank if it's there, you know what I mean? You don't want to have to wait for someone else on your team to be blown up before you get your mitts on one. That's just annoying. Graphics. Incoming storm. I'm going to assume that each level is going to have its own dynamic weather events. Apparently they're doing like sort of like how can I put this? Climate emergency type scenarios here. Although they've denied it. They're saying it's nothing to do with that. It's just a coincidence or whatever. PR shit. Whatever. I don't care. It's an extra thing to run away from. Or complicate the situation. So yeah, this, as we saw before, vehicles going up verticality with the grapple gun, but also going up in the elevator. Oh yeah, and before I move on, all this. Yeah, so the top one looks like gun sights. The left-hand one looks like suppressors or something similar. First one looks like a suppressor, the other one looks like a flash suppressor. Then different types of clip. Although I'm completely unfamiliar with that right-hand clip. I mean, from here it kind of looks like a lighthouse balanced on an asteroid. I'm not familiar with that design of clip. And down at the bottom, I'm guessing that's the hand grip that will stabilise you either horizontally or vertically or both. So yeah, that's an interesting feature to show off. You can switch your mods out in the field, which is a little bit implausible, but whatever, I'll run with it. By the way, why would you have both a short and a long clip attached? Anyway, unless this gun has 2 clips for some weird reason that it can't have. Anyway, talk about giving you more flexibility. Anyhow, explodey gun battles, doing the thing, throwing that in, yeah, that vehicle into the helicopter, whatever. And I'm not sure what the icons down here are now, so you've got the main weapon, you've got your backup weapon. Looks like, what is that, a revolver with a very big gun sight on the top? Or is it something else? I don't know. Not sure what these 2 are. I wonder if these are 3 gadget slots, not necessarily grenade slots. Because I kind of assumed that the 5th slot was for a grenade. Because it kind of is on here, but once you get to there, I'm not sure if it is a grenade. I'm not sure what that grenade type is. I'm not familiar with that icon. Usually video games use similar icons for things. Frag grenades tend to be round, smoke grenades tend to be square, you know, that kind of thing. Okay. I was just looking at where was I? Yeah, somewhere around here. I was just looking at this plus icon, see if it clues you in as to what specialist you're playing as, but it doesn't. Also, there's no icons down here for the squad members. So, again, there's no clue here as to how this specialist system is going to work, which is really annoying. So yeah, I don't know what these two things are. Sundance. I'm pretty sure that's not the name of a gun like this. So is it the character name? Is it the player playing? I can't see there. Delta, McKay. Yeah, 120mm smooth bore. This is when driving the tank. Right, so that's the weapon name. Okay. Whatever the weapon happens to be. So, AK-24. I didn't know there was such a thing, but I'm no expert on guns. Yeah. So there's a fair bit here that you can sort of pick apart. And you also get your 2 upgrades for your vehicle, and it very handily reminds you what the upgrades are as you play. And that's the thing, you can switch out the upgrades on your personal weapons. Can you switch them out on the vehicles as well as you go along? I didn't think that soldiers did that kind of thing, switched out their customized parts on the fly like that, but whatever. There's a tank here, a tank there. Alright, let's go to... Oops. Yep, seen the hovercraft. So we hope they've got good guns on them of hovercraft, because hovercraft tend to slide around the place. It's going to be a pain. And are you going to be able to drive on water with it? That's something that I didn't consider at first. Shuttle going up. Is that a good thing? Oh, and I forgot to mention that the tank got airdropped in before, didn't I? I forgot about that bit. Star Wars Battlefront. Nowadays, you have to sort of collect a vehicle token for you to spawn inside a vehicle, which is fucking stupid. I'm assuming that there will be vehicles near your spawn point, but it looks like you'll be able to call them in as well. I don't know whether you'll be able to call them in personally, or whether there's a commander mode and they can call them in, or what. I don't know. I'm guessing that there'll be a limit on vehicles. But if you can start off with some vehicles and then call extra ones in, then that'll do me. As long as some levels have lots of vehicles in. Again, assault rifle, pistol or sawn-off shotgun, it's kind of difficult to tell. Something with infinite count on it. And again, something that looks kind of like a rocket launcher. You see, everybody's going for the rocket launcher. And the last slot looks like a grenade slot. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. No. I was just looking to see whether this little plus icon was anything to do with which class you were. Or specialist, whatever. Damn it. Yep, sniper rifle, whatever that is, I can't really tell. I still can't tell. Oops. And something that looks like a rocket launcher. That, whatever gadget that is on the 4th slot, it's very popular. It's a rocket launcher, isn't it? Ooh, I didn't see that. Riot shield. That's got to be a specialist support power, hasn't it? The icon changed. The icon changed. So this is what, support? Or gunner or whatever it is, and these are And this icon is like, what, assault or medic or something? Right. So the icons do change. I did not see that before because you literally only see it in one place. So I'm presuming that this is the specialist icon. I'm guessing the initial 4 specialists that we'll probably get are probably identical to the basic 4 classes. And that 4th gadget, even though it's the support icon and not the plus assault icon, medic, whatever, it's still got the same weapon thing there with 5 shots on it. I didn't actually see anybody with it equipped either. Everybody has their primary weapon equipped. Ooh. And that gizmo is equipped there in that bit. And this is... Right, so this is the C4 detonator. Does that actually show you the distance that you are away from it? I don't think it does. The number doesn't change. You'd think they'd be on top of that kind of detail, wouldn't you? Anyway, so yeah, that's all that. That's Battlefield 2042 and another video coming on the 22nd of July. So yeah, obviously the visuals of the levels. Briefly talk about this. Visuals of the levels, they're very varied, definitely. You've got some open area, plenty of space for aircraft. We've got attack helicopters, we've got jets, which is great. And then we've already seen that we've got tanks at ground level as well. Somewhere. Yeah, here. At least I think this is the same level. It looks like the same level. It's just a lot more Las Vegas-y at night. So yeah, we've got narrow streets and open areas as well. So that's good. And we've got the rooftops as well, obviously, with the elevators and the grapple lines. And this level is the main one that is showcased. Oops. Whoa. A little bit of a scene here. It's kind of difficult to tell the scale of this place, but they seem to be jumping off and there are aircraft heading downwards, so I'm assuming they're pretty high up. So this looks like some sort of tower. Ooh, there's a map. Checkpoint Echo is on top of a tower, according to this. So where's the other team's checkpoint? Have they been given the short straw and they're down here somewhere in between the plane and the smoke column? I like the idea of this level. Massive open space around it and then a raised tanker area so the vehicles can't get up there. But obviously aircraft can. Kind of like that uneven battlefield where certain vehicles simply can't progress into certain areas simply because of the way it's lined up. Also, I noticed that back in this level there's a bit of an ocean there, so I don't suppose that naval vehicles will come hugely into this particular level because it looks like mostly land and air. And apart from the hovercraft, I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen any sea vehicles. Yeah. Okay. So still not sure how the specialists are going to work, but that icon near the bottom right hand corner next to your ammo count, that would appear to be it to indicate what specialist you are, unless I'm completely misreading it and it's for something else. But why would it be a plus on one of them and the 3 bullets on another, you know what I mean? Yeah, I want to know more about that specialist system. And I really think with the high player count, they are going to absolutely have to have multiple communications channels for a team. They can't have 64 players communicating at cross purposes on next gen. Because on current gen, you'll only have 32 players a side, apparently, 64 players, which is plenty. They're going balls to the wall and deciding that, you know what, we're not doing Battle Royale, but we want Battle Royale numbers. It's going to make for some chaotic matches. I'm just worried that it's going to be too chaotic. And obviously the size of the levels are going to come into it. And, ooh, you know, there's so much about this which is making me think, ooh, that sounds like a bad idea. And I'm presently thinking that about everything I've heard about it so far. So that's not a good thing. But I think we're going to get an open beta at some point. We haven't got a date for it, though. So we'll see then. I will get my hands on the open beta when I can. If there's a closed beta, I might consider pre-ordering the game to get a shufty at it during that as well. Okay, I think I'm just about done rabbiting now. Like, dislike, comment, subscribe and share all that jazz. See you next time. Oh, by the way, if I missed anything, feel free to leave a comment down below and tell me if I missed anything in that trailer, because I'm pretty sure I missed quite a few things.